So yes, bit of a bummer there. Could be that I just break even across the two. And I'm not going to leave tonight until all this is done, and I want to get it done while the sun's still up before it goes down and we start to get some damp in the air. So I really need to get cracking. But he came by again. I explained to him what we'd had to do in terms of the chain and so forth, and said, look, the price does need to increase. I've got it up at 2395 now. We agreed a deal at 2295. So I've just run a little Hyundai through Auto Trader, adjusting for the mileage, because obviously I thought it was 70 odd thousand miles. It's only like 38. So nice start to the week. First thing Monday morning I'm in, and a little i10 sold. Chap messaged me on Facebook on Sunday afternoon, said he wanted to come in first thing on Monday and have a look at it, and took it for a little test drive. I explained I still want to do the front discs and a couple of tyres, but he's taken it for a test drive and he's happy. He'd been watching my page for a while and my listings for a while, and I said, everything you list, he said, all your little cars, they just sold like within sort of 48 hours, he said, and I've been missed out on a couple. I missed out on a Fabia, he said, I missed out on another i10, he said, so when I saw you list this one, I wanted to come straight down and have a look. So yeah, he's all happy, and we sold it for 2,600. I had it up for 2,695. He said he wanted 2,500, but I said, look, you can have it 2,500, but I can't put the tyres on, service it, and put front discs on for you at that price. I said, something's got to give somewhere. So he's cool with that. Like I said to you, in the daylight, that door actually isn't as bad. When you look at it out here, it's not, again, on camera, it looks a lot worse than it does in real life. It isn't that far off. So yeah, I've got to go around, give it, I say, I'm going to get it straight in and get have a look at the front discs. If the pads are anywhere near 50%, I'll do them as well. And I'm going to get the rear tyres done on the car. I won't swap them to the front because that set off a great debate last time. So I'll get the rear tyres done on it as well, and then that's out the door to him. We do need a win on this one though, because I've got bad news on the white i10 that's also sold. So remember, we did the timing chain on this because we thought we had a timing chain problem. Well, the noise is still there. Have I got the keys on me? No, I haven't got the keys on me. Let's go and grab the keys and start it up again for you. Right, start it up again. You can hear there's still that noise about the engine. So the general consensus now is it actually is the top end and possibly like a rocker for a valve. So what we've done is we've put some hydraulic lifter treatment in there. I'm going to do a few miles on it, see if it does quieten down, because it could just be sticky. But if it continues that way, we're going to have to speak to the customer and let them know that's the score, and obviously allow them to back out the deal or adjust the price accordingly. I've got a feeling it'll probably carry on forever and a day because it's got the fresh chain on it, so it'll probably carry on forever like that. But we need to know whether it's a temporary thing, whether it's just got sticky, or whether it's a long-term thing. So I'm putting the hydraulic treatment in. I'm going to put a few miles on it, well, a good number of miles on it, and we'll see if it quietens down at all. Otherwise, like I say, it'll have to be sold with that as a known fault, and I'd still have confidence warranting the engine for a good long period of time, because I don't think the engine itself is going to give up. It's just going to be noisy. But yeah, a bit of a kick in the teeth, that one, for all the work that's been done and for the fact that we sold it for what we wanted for. But them's the brakes sometimes, guys, so may well end up just breaking even between the two i10s. So yes, bit of a bummer there. Could be that I just break even across the two, so it makes it even more important to get this black one done. So the black one, some of you guys pointed out to me, I hadn't gone that far back with the MOT checks, that there was a previous MOT when the car was on 18,000 miles, I think it was, and then the following year reset to 0 and started again. And now, that, to be fair, I remember, like I said, I checked the mile. I got a valuation for this based on what it was Facebook listed at, which was 58, I think, something like that, and I got my valuation on that. Obviously, when the car arrived, I put it on what was on the dashboard, which was 32, and it gave me a different valuation. So we're going to have to re-advertise this car at, I'll double check what the mileage is, but in the 50s, and that probably does make it more like 3,295. So we may end up, so we're doing 2,995 to get shot quickly. I drove it home last night, sorry, at the weekend. Yeah, no problems at all with it. No problems at all with it. Gearbox is okay, engine is okay. That ding's quite nasty. Might need to see about getting that done. At 2,995 probably not, but at 3,295 maybe so. Or I could try a little blend on it. It's hard on black. You're gonna have to really lacquer the whole door if you do that, really. But yeah, I think I'll decide later on. Give her a good clean up. First thing is get the wheels done, isn't it? And then I'm booked Pete in for this week as well, because I'm just getting so behind the stuff. I needed to get that EGR cleaned out on the Alpha, because that's a good car other than that. So it was advisory free, wasn't it? It just needs the bonnet paint and the wheels painting, and that's ready to go once the EGR is cleaned out, which we're pretty sure is what the problem is in terms of why it's got no grunt lower down. Yeah, so there's always lots to get done. Let's get that one in because it's sold now. Let's get the discs and pads done on it, and then the white one, I'll put the miles on it. We'll see if it frees up that lifter at all. If not, then it's gonna have to be sold as is, because there's no more time can be put into that, and we'll just take a bit of a hit on it. Before any jump to me, I mean as is, sold with a known fault, not sold as is, because I can't sell as is to consumer. So it will be sold with a known fault, listed on the sale. I had a lot of comments about low mileage and the gear lever looks like that. I'm not sure what you're seeing. Excuse me, but there's only a little bit of the what is effectively paint on the leather off the side here. I wouldn't say by any means I thought it looked really worn, so I'm not sure what you guys are seeing in the videos, but there's raised edges around the side of the chrome there, which if your hand's resting on it are naturally going to wear that away even after, like I said, 10,000 miles. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what you guys were seeing on the video that made you think the gear lever was worn, unless it was the chrome that was throwing you out or something. But the gear lever isn't that worn. But as said, I do think it's done nearer 50,000 miles looking back on the MOT, so I will sell it as such and I'll put down non-warranted mileage on it, but I'm pretty confident it's in the 50s, which is still low for this age of vehicle, and we're going to price it accordingly as well. But yeah, I mean, I really don't think it's that worn for 50,000 miles. I mean, maybe slightly more worn for 30,000 miles, but yeah, everybody comments so much about the gear lever. I was like, what did I miss on that? But yeah, I really don't think it's worn that much at all. I went out and bought him a gift. So here's his new CBR Fireblade. Lovely, isn't it? So he's been earning that much money off me recently that yeah, and he's been doing so well, we thought get him a new bike. So there's Pete's new bike. So little grey i10, the brakes are done. It's now booked in for the rear tyres to be done, which were the ones that were on the wear indicators when I picked it up, so I wasn't happy about that. So we've done getting those in, and then I'll be ready for him to pick up tomorrow. I've got to do a service on it as well, actually. I forgot that. I need to nip it in now actually and do the oil and filter service on it, or filter air filter service on it, so it's all ready as soon as the tyres are fitted. So to prove it wasn't all waffle, guys, the gearbox is in already for Mr. Punto Man, so we'll aim to get that fitted this week. Probably Wednesday or Thursday this week we'll get that fitted. So yeah, that's in. Obviously there is an inherent risk in putting a used box on, but at this point of the car you just got to take that risk. I do have a warranty on the box. Obviously I haven't got warranty on the labour it's going to take to put it in, but I do have a 6-month warranty on the box. So we'll see how we get on with that. Mazda's still here. Had quite a few inquiries again, but I have done something interesting with it. I've actually upped the price. The reason being, as I said in an earlier video, lots of interest at the lower price of 3,995, which was a bargain. It was like 800 quid less than Auto Trader said it was, but there's loads of people that wanted to shed loads of money for their part exchanges. They wanted 800 quid off the car, but they wanted £1,000 more for their part exchange. So I thought, well, at the end of the day, if you can't beat them, join them. So I just up the price of the car, so now I can give them what they want for their part exchanges and end up making the same money. But if anybody, a few people have messaged through from the video, obviously if anybody watching the videos wants it and doesn't want a part exchange, you can have it at the 3,995 price. I think I've got it up at 4,695 now, because also on Auto Trader it was showing low price in grey, which I don't think ever looks good. I'd rather have great price in green, so I changed it so it's got great price in green. But if anyone's seen it at 3,995, they're welcome to have it that price without a part exchange. But those people that kept hitting me up with the part exchanges doing my nutting. So one of the purposes of me starting to record these videos was to help out those of you that are also starting out, that had a passion for cars and might want to try and run it as a business and step out of the daily grind. So my hopes were that you would learn off my mistakes, and I'm getting in sort of like a year and a half full-time doing it, a couple of years in doing it overall, and I'm still making stupid mistakes like the i10. At the end of the day, a few of you have probably been shouting at the screen about this already. I really should have made it was mechanically sound engine wise before starting work on bodywork and and the bits and bobs I did to straighten the steering out, all those kind of things, because I could have stuck it straight back in an auction and made a small loss on it. I have to say it's the first time I bought a salvage car with a bad engine, other than the Dacia Logan a while back, but I knew that, knowing it had a problem, because normally the crash damaged cars haven't been part exchanged because they've had a problem. They've been taken away by an insurance company, because people don't realise when they call an insurance company up and they've got a busted headlight and a bumper that they're going to write the car off. Normally mechanically they're sound, they've been carried on being used, someone's not trying to offload them, so normally mechanically they're sound. Now I don't know quite how I missed the engine being bad on that when I first got it. I don't know if it's a situation that's changed since I had it, or whether it was there at the beginning. I really don't know, because I guess I was focused on the noise coming from the steering. But it is a lesson learned, and I have done this before, and I need to really give myself a telling off for it. When you get the cars, take them out and drive them, put some miles on them, make sure they aren't overheating, make sure mechanically they're sound, make sure the gearbox is good before you throw any money at them at all. My trouble is when they come in, I'm thinking, right, I've tied up the money in them, and I want to get them up for sale as quickly as possible, so I just tear straight into working on them, and I really must make a habit of testing them more before I do that. So hopefully that is some good advice for you looking to start out there on that. That i10 is a really good example of what not to do.